So open your laptops and go to this address, or if you want to do it faster, go to Google and then Google IOTA Wallet and look for the one with the releases in it.
Yeah, there is a new version released, 2.5.2,
yes.
but there's no Linux version.
Okay, so there's no Linux version.
So
sorry.
So I'm out of the game right now.
Yeah, sorry. I just heard there is no Linux version yet, only for Windows, I guess, and Mac. For Mac also, so sorry for the Linux ones. So it's good if everybody starts downloading it and installing it, and if you have any questions, just raise your hand. And is the Wi-Fi not working? You can have the guest Wi-Fi. Yes.
It's going to be up in like 20 minutes or so.
20 minutes. In 20 minutes, Linux wallet will be ready. So there is an open Wi-Fi. It's called the guest. If you open it, then you have to open your browser, go to a normal website, and then you have to click some button and accept, and then you can just browse the internet. And while you guys are doing that, you have to enter a seed soon. So once you install it, it takes some time. You have to enter a seed. And most of you think, what is a seed? What do I need to do with it? What is it actually? Well, a seed is just like some kind of password. So it's 81 characters random. It's called trytes in IOTA. And I suggest that you never use an online generator for creating your seed, because your seed is also your password holding all of your balances or tokens. Because there have been cases that you generated online and it only generates one seed. So actually you just are using the one somebody else also knows, and they can send away your funds. So never use an online seed. Just press some random buttons, or if you know Linux or whatever in the terminal, you can generate it randomly or pseudo-randomly. But just enter one yourself. It's 81 characters, and make sure that it's as random as possible. You can enter words, but that's not preferable. So your seed is actually your password to your wallet, or your password to your tokens. And your seed also holds the balance. So if you lose your seed, your tokens are not gone, but you can't reach them anymore. So that would be really bad. We often get the question, how many different possible seeds are possible? Well, I try to put the number here. It's a lot. It's 8.7, and then with 116 digits, different possible seeds. So if everybody in the world starts using them, we can use it, I don't know, a lot of times. So guessing a seed is very hard because of this number. I think it will take the universe or something else to ever guess them. And I can't mention it again, and not enough. Never ever give away your seed. It's your private key. It holds your balance, and if you give away that one, somebody else can steal it, and you will lose all your funds. Yes? Sure. If you just Google IOTA and then wallet and go to releases, you can download one. Well, while everybody is downloading, and maybe later on we can go back to installing the wallet and how it works. Let me first tell you how the wallet actually works, because I also have screenshots. So you log in with your seed. It's the 81 characters you use to log in. Then you click on login, and it starts logging in. What it actually is doing is it's fetching all balance you already have, if you have any. And if you don't have any, it will say 0. But once you log in and you have a balance, you will see it up here. This one has 1,315 IOTA. With the current market price, that's not really much. Nothing actually. But this is actually how the wallet works. So you see your balance, you see a button send, you see a button receive, and you see your history. And your history shows your history of transactions you made. If you go to, and that's what you later on need to do to get your funds for the payment you did for the entrance, you need to go to receive, and you need to click attach to Tangle. So you're actually attaching this address to the Tangle, and you need to copy this address, because this is the address you can receive your funds on. So if you send that mail, this should be your address, not this one, because then I would get it, but the address you see on your screen to receive your funds. Yes?
What happens if you do reverse it? You first send the address and then afterwards you attach it?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Because the addresses are deterministic from your seed. That's why with a snapshot, you have to generate all these addresses again because they're deterministic from the index. So if you don't attach it and send it, you still get it.
What does attaching mean? What does that mean?
Attaching means that you actually attach the address to the tangle. So there is, yeah. Dominique, what's the actual functionality of attaching the address? Because, yeah.
So the main reason was because we are lazy. Because we are lazy. So the main reason why you have to attach the address to the tangle is that now you have a transaction, a tangle, and now the wallet knows, hey, we've already seen this address, increment the key index. And now the wallet knows, hey, you need to generate the next address, and so on and so forth. That is why the wallet is stateless, because it gets the state from the tangle itself. It's a pretty simple solution.
Okay, thank you.
Wait, go. I will just take the mic.
Yes?
Is there a reason? Sorry. Is there a reason? Is there a reason why the seed is only uppercase and the
Because it's tries encoded.
Okay,
So
yeah.
tries is only uppercase letters,
Okay.
Latin letters, and the number digit 9.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
Okay, let's move on. If you click on your history, so it's the bottom one. If you click on history, you see your actual transactions or the transactions you made. Or if you didn't have any transaction, you don't see any. But if you click attach to tangle, you will see that your address is attached to the tangle. So this one shows that it's still pending. And after a while, you see that it's confirmed. For the addresses, it doesn't really matter, except for the reason that your wallet knows that you already used that address or not. But this is how you can see that your address is actually attached to the tangle, and if it's confirmed, that it means that it's in the whole history of transactions, that it's actually confirmed in that transaction list. So if you want to send some funds, so later on if you have this address and you send it to our email address and you have the funds received, so you will see it in your top, you can also send some tokens. Maybe somebody next to you now, you know. He can send you an address. You put it into the recipient address, you put in the amount, and you click send now. And once you do that, this is an example. Once you do that, you do a little bit of proof of work. So that means you do a little bit of work so that you can't really spam the tangle with a transaction. It's like Hashcash, which was invented, I think, in 1997 or something. But that's why it takes some time to do your transaction. It does the proof of work on your laptop. It's some small puzzle you do. So it takes some more time before you can send another transaction, which means that people can't send one IOTA transactions and fake transactions, a lot of them, or maybe even have the luck to confirm or validate other old transactions. And once it's done, you will see transaction of transfer completed, and it will show in your history as a red one, so you're sending it out. And it will show that it's still pending, and -10 means that minus your current balance, the tokens you send away. And a good thing to know is that if it's not confirmed yet, your balance isn't updated. So if you receive a transaction and it's not confirmed, it won't show up in your balance. So it will still be 0, for example. And in the end, you will see that your transaction is confirmed. So that means that the one you send it to actually has it on their balance. It's confirmed and it's gone in your wallet, so you don't get it back anymore. That's basically how the wallet works. I heard, Dominic, you said in 2 weeks, I guess, that the new wallet will be released, so it might be user-friendly than this one. But this one, just the basic steps are quite easy if you know what to do, and it just works. Yeah, if you transfer from a sensor, I rather see that you send messages or data from a sensor, but it has to do the same. But what you can do with the proof of work, and that's what we will show in the demo we do here, is that you can move the proof of work to the node. So you don't have to do the proof of work yourself on your laptop or on your small device, but you can move it to the node you probably know, because not all nodes accept to do the proof of work, because it's CPU intensive sometimes. The question was if you have to use the reclaim tool. If you had the previous wallet and you had balance in your previous wallet, you don't have to use the reclaim tool, only before a kind of version, but I'm not sure which version it was. But it was, I think, a few months ago. If you had that version and you did the transition of your old tokens, then you have to do the reclaim. You have to use the light node. And then you have to select from that list a random node you see. Yes, and if you click host, and then you, for example, choose one of the IOTA tokens.nl, these are ours, then you use that particular node to send all your transactions to the Tangle.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter which one you choose. Because you don't send your seed away, you only sign the transactions you send.
Or so they say.
No, that's true. I got a question. If the new wallet will be released in 2 weeks, probably, if we have to do the same process over again, well, if you have the seed already, you can just fill in the same seed, because the seed holds the balance. So whatever wallet you use, you can use the same seed. I got a question. If you have, for example, a machine holding a seed, and if you want to change seeds, what you need to do? Well, you can have multiple signatures on one seed. So you can actually access those funds from your own signatures. So you don't have to actually get the seed out or something like that. But that's something in the future probably that they will build. Should we now do the demo of the charge station while you're still installing? And after that, look if there are any questions about the wallet installation.